व्रत पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हों विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्र शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हों विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्र शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति कुमुद संत गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हों विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्र शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति शरण त्रिविक्रम महाराज की जय। जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट हों विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्र शत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति भूषण भागवत महाराज की जय। पूजनीय त्रिदंडी पादगण की जय। समागत भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। वंदे अहम श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदं। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलं नेत्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विदधते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभीक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्। भक्त्या विहीन अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। भूमौ स्खलितपादानां भूमिरेव यवलम्बनं त्वय्यजातयपराधानां त्वमैव शरणं प्रभो। वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्या च वक्ष्यासि यस्यास्ते हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहम् अहं भजे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, Prayers of Lord Brahma. नौमीढ्यते अभ्रवपुषे तडिदाम्बराय गुञ्जावतांस परिपिच्छल सन्मुखाय वन्यश्रजे कवलवेत्र विषाणवेणु लक्ष्मश्रिये मृदुपदे पशुपांगजाय। I offer my respectful obeisances to you who is worshipable by all the universes. You have the color, the hue of the freshly formed clouds, and the yellow garments that you are wearing, they are like the dazzling, that is the lightning in the sky. You are eternal son of Nanda Maharaj, and your face, the ears on your face are decorated with the gunja flowers, and the tuft of hair above your head is decorated with a beautiful peacock feather. Your neck is decorated with the forest flowers, and in your hand you have yogurt rice, you have a cane, the horn and flute. These decorations are giving you they are enhancing your beauty further, and your lotus feet are very, very tender. I offer my obeisances unto you. Yesterday we were hearing how the Lord's form as a cowherd is so beautiful. There is a majestic aspect of the Lord, and also there is a sweet aspect of the Lord. The majestic aspect of the Lord is not appreciated by the Vrindavana Vasis, the residents of Vrindavana. They like the cowherd form of Supreme Lord because there is sweetness. In his royal form or majestic form, the exchange of the various mellows, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhur, they are not possible in entirety. Therefore, Brahmaji, who got used to seeing the Lord's majestic form with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, he has not seen Sri Krishna or the Supreme Lord with a cane in the hand or a flute in the hand, with a horn. He has not seen the Lord in this form. He saw Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. And when he saw this beautiful form as a cowherd, he thought he's just like any other ordinary cowherd. He could not understand. It is very difficult to identify the sadhus. Supreme Lord, the sadhus can come in any form. Supreme Lord can come in any form. Sadhu does not necessarily mean he has to be coming in a saffron cloth, he has to have sannyasi, he should have danda, he should have kanti. No, there is no such necessity. That these are not the requirements of a sadhu. Mai ananya bhavena bhaktim kurvanti ye dridam. A person who has got one pointed surrender to me, ananya, without any deviation from me. Mat krite tyakta karmani tyakta sajana bandhavat. To perform my service, he had given up all his family members, household duties, responsibilities, etc. to do my service. He is sadhu. But not necessarily dress. Dress is not an identity of a sadhu. It cannot, identify whether he is sadhu or not. Similarly, Supreme Lord can come in any form. There is no particular dress. Krishna came in the form of a boar. Who can think that boar is Supreme Lord? Who can think a tortoise is Supreme Lord? Ordinary fish is Supreme Lord. How? The Lord can assume any form. And the devotees who have the proper eyes, they can see the Lord. But here it is told, of all the forms, your form as a cowherd is the sweetest. This is the sweetest. You are the root of all incarnations. Your form is Sat Chit Ananda. But even though you have infinite forms, this form as a cowherd boy is most pleasing to the devotees. I offer my obeisances to this form of yours. So we heard yesterday Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur very nicely. He gave a comparison of the devotees to the Chataka birds. Just like the Chataka birds, they wait for the fresh clouds to come and to rain. They are eagerly waiting. Even though they are thirsty, they don't drink ordinary water, but they wait for the clouds to rain. When the clouds get formed, the Chataka bird becomes very happy. And on top of it, when there is Vidyut, when there is lightning, thunder in the sky, then even more brings happiness to the Chataka, because it's going to rain for sure, or somewhere it is raining. Similarly, the devotees who are compared to the Chataka birds, when they see this beautiful cloud-like form of Supreme Lord's color, and on top of it the yellow garments, that gives pleasure to the devotees. Oh, this is our Supreme Lord. King Prataparudra wanted to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly. He prayed to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, to Nityananda Prabhu, to Rai Ramananda, please somehow make arrangements for my darshan with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu is telling he is a king, I will not see him, I will not take his darshan. It is prohibited for a sannyasi to take darshan of a materialistic person, enjoyer, king or a woman. Therefore I shall not. Even though they repeatedly praised the glories of King Prataparudra, Mahaprabhu's heart got melted. But he did not externally give darshan to him. Then, on repeated prayers of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, or I think Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu says, if you are saying so much, I can see the son of the king, the prince. Because seeing the king is an enjoyer, but prince is prince, small boy now. I can give my darshan to the prince. And son is not different from father. Atmaja, son is called as Atmaja. Atmaja, born from the self. There is no difference between the father and the son. Means if the son is loved, then father automatically feels, oh, my son is loved, therefore I am being loved here. So as per this Vedic or scriptural rule, I can give my darshan to the king's son, prince. So the king's son, Prataparudra's son, he came to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The color of the king's son was Shyamala Varna. He was not blackish, but he has, the Shyamala, It's like, not blackish, not whitish, little tinted color. And he was wearing yellow garments when he came. As soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him, he immediately embraced him. Oh, you have the color of Krishna. The devotees immediately get pleased by seeing the beautiful, cloud-like color of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. In Vrindavan, when there are dark clouds, they get accumulated. Krishna is playing the pastimes of staying away from the gopis. But when the gopis are seeing the dense clouds getting formed, oh, these clouds are reminding me of Shyama Sundar. Not that they have forgotten ever. The Brajavasis, they are never forgetful. But whatever they see, everything reminds them of the Supreme Lord. When they see the peacock dancing, oh, see the peacock feather, our Krishna puts it in his, tuft of the hair. So, when the devotees see this color, Radharani is seeing Tamala Vriksha. Tamala Vriksha is in Vrindavan, which has a dark color. It has a dark color. By seeing Tamala Vriksha, or the tree, Vriksha means tree. By seeing the Tamala tree, Radharani is thinking, oh, here is my Krishna. She is going and embracing the tree, Tamala tree. So, the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing here how the hue of, Krishna, or the blue color or the sky, and on top of it the yellow garments are so attractive for the devotees. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also writes in the commentary that the living entities, ordinary living entities who are suffering the threefold afflictions, Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik and Adi Daivik, the miseries born out of the self, the miseries given by others and by demigods. So these three kinds of sufferings are there in this material world. It is called as Davanala. It is the forest fire. Now, how can the forest fire be extinguished? Praptasya, what is that? Sansara dava nalalida loka tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam. Ghana ghana, very, very thick, clouds when they get formed, and when there is a heavy rain, then the forest fire will get extinguished. All the living entities in this material world are suffering out of the threefold afflictions. And when in the scorching heat everyone is suffering, and when there are clouds in the sky and there is lightning, then it's going to rain, it's going to give immense pleasure. The peacocks start dancing. Have you seen? When there is a situation it is about to rain, the peacocks start dancing. The farmers, they also make festival, and all the living entities, wow, it's going to rain. And I have seen people go on the top of the terrace waiting for the rain to come and cool their body. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives his opinion that Lord's beautiful form is so attractive that it gives pleasure not only to the devotees but also to those who are suffering in this material world from threefold afflictions. And he further mentions what is the symbol of a cowherd boy. He also told that the flowers in the Nandana Kanana, the Parijata flowers, they are very, very, insignificant, or they seem to be of no value in front of the forest flower garland that the Supreme Lord is wearing. What is the use of those flowers which have not come in the service of Supreme Lord. There may be very beautiful, attractive flowers. What is the use of them if they are not able to serve the Supreme Lord? On the other hand, the forest flowers are there, and they are decorating the chest and the neck of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. They are greatly, fortunate. They are greatly fortunate. Here they are telling that even the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that even the Parijata flowers, they are pale in front of these forest flowers. Haste dadimishhrita anna grasadi chihnai jahar shobha. What is your decoration? Now, what are the decorations usually? The decorations means beautiful, ornaments and beautiful bodily things. And in your hands you have golden armlets, you have rings that are with the stones. But here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that in your hand there is yogurt rice. This is giving great pleasure. How? Because ihate tumar gopa balakochito acharnei anyanyo acharan hoite sreshthavyo. Your form or your activities as a cowherd is very, very superior to any other form. Lord Ramachandra is having the bow and the arrow. Parashuram is having an axe. And in Balaram avatar he has a plow. Kalki is coming with the sword. He will come very soon. So other gods, your own forms, they are decorated with this. But best among all those is this form of yours, where it is your hands are nicely filled with the yogurt rice. It identifies, it tells that you are a cowherd boy. Mridupade ati sukomal charanayugala jahar, and your lotus feet are very, very tender. Sei charan jogaler dwara vanabhraman darshanakari ganer karunyo preme murchotpadakatva bola hoilo. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing, even though your lotus feet are so tender, you are walking in the forest. Because tender means what? Usually they get hurt so quickly. But you are still wandering in the forest even though you have the tender feet, means this only showers your compassion on all the living creatures in the forest. They cannot come to take your darshan. Therefore, showering your compassion on all these creatures, the grass, the creepers, the trees, and other living entities in the forest, even though you have tender feet, you are coming to them to shower your mercy. You see how Brahmaji could realize the supremacy or the sweetness of this particular form of Krishna. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is, further enhancing the beauty of these, prayers. They are already decorated, and they are decorations on further decorated verses. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So, he is telling that this only showers your compassion on the living creatures of the forest. And preme murchoda padakatva. And they, upon seeing your beautiful form as a cowherd boy, they are getting fainted in ecstasy. All these Vanavasis, the inhabitants of the forest, by seeing your beautiful form, they are getting fainted in ecstasy. This form of Krishna is not an ordinary form. It is the supreme form. He is the sweetest form. Pashupangajaya, another word used is Pashupangajaya. Goparaja Nandera Putra. What is the meaning of Pashupangaja? Pashupa Angaja. Pashu means animals. Pa means Palana. those who are taking care. Anga means limbs. Ja means who has taken birth. Pashupankaja, he who has taken birth from the one who takes care of the cows. Who is that? Nanda Maharaj. You are Pashupangaja, Goparaj Nander Putra, you are son of the king of all the cowherds. That is Nanda Maharaj. You are son of Nanda Maharaj. That is why our Raghupati Upadhyaya says, Aham iham nandam vande yasyalinde param brahma. Shruti smritimapare, bharate anye bhavanti bita. He is telling that some may worship the Smriti Shastras, some may worship the Shruti Shastras, and yet others, they may worship Mahabharat. Who? Bhavanti Bhita, those who are fearing the threefold afflictions of this material world. They worship or they follow either Shrutis or Smritis or Mahabharata. They fear the afflictions in this world, the miseries in this world. They want to get delivered from this world. Therefore, out of fear, they take shelter of Shruti, Smriti and the Mahabharata. But Raghupati Upadhyaya is telling, Aham iham nandam vande. But I offer my obeisances to Nanda Maharaj, not to Shruti, Smriti, etc. Aham iham nandam vande yasyalinde param brahma, where Parabrahma Shri Krishna is playing in the courtyard. The yogis, the tapasvis, the rishis, the munis, they are spending millions of years in the forest to bind Supreme Lord Sri Krishna in their heart, or to be able to see Supreme Lord in their heart. Not successful. They are not able to do so. But how fortunate is Nanda Maharaj that Parabrahma Sri Krishna is playing in his courtyard. Therefore, I offer my prayers to Nanda Maharaj, not to anyone else. Beauty of Krishna's planet, Goloka Vrindavan. And that Nanda Maharaj is not temporary. He is not temporary, he is eternal. Because Krishna is eternal, he has got an eternal son. How can he be, non-eternal or temporary? He is also eternal. So, Pashupangajaya means Goparaj Nander Putra, you are the son of Nanda Maharaj. Iha bolai Shri Vasudevadi hoiteu Shri Nanda Maharaje Sobhagyadhikya Vyakta hoiyache. Why did he say? He did not say Vasudeva Nandan. He said Pashupangajaya. Nandanandan. Why he said Nandanandan? Because the sweetness of Nandanandan or the son of Nanda Maharaj is many, many fold superior to Vasudeva Nandan. So here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that it only shows the fortune of Nanda Maharaj. How fortunate is Nanda Maharaj when compared to Vasudeva. Because Krishna is addressed as Nandanandan. Krishna is also addressed as Vasudeva Nandan or Vasudeva. He is addressed as Vasudeva also or Vasudeva Nandan, son of Vasudeva. But the sweetness here, Brahmaji, he has relished the sweetness of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Now, there is, in India, I think in your country also, there is something called Chitta Good. Good means jaggery. Chitta Good means it's a triacle, means it is very inferior form of jaggery. Very inferior form of jaggery. Now, a person who is addicted to eating this inferior kind of a jaggery, if he is told, what are you eating? There is a very nice jaggery. Mishri is also there. Mishri means the crystals, sugar crystals. They are very sweet. What are you eating? He may, oh, is it? He may say, oh, is it? Okay. He may not eat for some time, but secretly he will eat. the inferior, what do you call, jaggery. He will still eat because there is some sweetness at least. It's not that there is no sweetness, there is still some sweetness. But when one places the jaggery right in front of him, this is the right jaggery, and this is the, sugar crystals, you eat this. Then after that, he will never ever again touch the inferior jaggery because he has seen or he has tasted higher sweetness. This sweetness is so sublime that he will not have ever attachment to this. So far, Brahma could see only Vasudeva or Vasudeva Krishna. But now, he has seen Gopavarna Krishna, Gopavesha Krishna, the Krishna in the form of a cowherd boy. So he is telling, this form is so beautiful, my dear Lord. Yesterday, in our Hindi Harikatha, we were discussing one thing. In Hindi also we are reading, this Brahmaji's prayers only. I wanted to read once, but Krishna made arrangements to read twice. So it is the Lord's arrangement. I thought, Hindi I will read something or English I will read something else. But it is the Lord's desire that you should remember Brahma's prayers morning and evening also. So it is very nice. Krishna is engaging. So in the yesterday's class, Harikatha evening, we were hearing that how Krishna's form is so sweet and how among all other, forms of the Lord, how Krishna's form is so attractive, so relaxed he is standing. Other gods, demigods, how they are? They are always alert. They have weapons in their hands. Kali is having one weapon, Durga is having another weapon. She is sitting on a lion, very fiery, isn't it? Their weapons are very fearful, and their the Vahana, means their vehicles, they are also very fearful. Yamaraj is coming on a bull. Wow, please stay away from me. So all these people, they have different weapons and different, vehicles. But what is Krishna's weapon? Flute. He is simply calling everyone by the flute sound. And he has a cane. Maximum he has a cane in his hand. That's only for the cows. But he never have to, beat the cows. They are not like these material cows that you beat them. Simply Krishna is chanting the name of the cow and the cow is running towards Krishna. If any cow is missing in the herd, he will simply call the name. Hey Ganga, where are you? The cow by the name Ganga will immediately come. Because nobody can stay away from Krishna in Krishna's planet for a second. So Krishna is standing in the most relaxed form, if you see, compared to other forms of God or even compared to other demigods. Most relaxed. Kiva Trivangi Mathama Varna Samujjvala Shyama. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written. He is standing in a Tribhanga, bent at three places. It's called Banke Bihari. Banka means bend. He is bent at three places. Who will stand like that in a bent manner? One who is very relaxed. He has nothing to do, only pastimes he will perform, nothing else. No killing demons, no chastising people, no punishment. Very relaxed. I have no job to do other than to please my devotees. He is Krishna. He is bent at three places. No, the legs are locked like this. Legs are not steady like, we are standing. He is locking the two legs like this, one over the other. Such a relaxed form he is standing in. And why Krishna is bent at three places? Because Guru Maharaj used to say, anything that is straight, it will enter very easily. Anything that is straight, like this finger, when it is straight, if you want to put it in a bottle, it will go directly into the bottle. But when it is hooked like this, crooked like this, then it becomes very difficult to put inside the anything, any object, any bottle or anything like that. Krishna is like that. He enters into the heart with great difficulty. He will not enter into the heart easily of every living entity. But there is another good thing, good news about it. Once he enters, he will not come out also. It becomes difficult to get in. But also when your hand is or fingers are crooked, and to remove it, again it needs a lot of effort. So Krishna is like that. He enters into the heart of any living entity so difficult, with great difficulty. But once he enters, he will not come out. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, or Srila Rupa Goswami is telling, Jayonako, Vrindavane Keshi Tirtha Ghatera Sakash. O Sansari, O material enjoyer, O you who you want to enjoy your material relations, friends, family members, don't go to Vrindavan. Don't ever go there. Because there Govinda Vigrahadhari Tathai Achena Hari. Hari is standing in the form of a Govinda on the banks of Keshi Ghat. Kiva Trivangi Mathama Varna Samujjala Shama. Sikhi Pucha Keubai Karona Vishas. You see, he is standing in a very beautiful form. He is standing in a form that is bent at three places. Varna Samujjala Sham, and his color is like that of the sky, not black, not green, not blue. And Shiki Pucha Chuda ke o Karona Vishwas, O Sansari, O materialistic person, don't ever pay your attention towards the peacock feather that he has on the head. If you see that, your material life will be finished. You will be attracted to him. You can no longer enjoy your family relations. You can no longer have your friends and what you call the jokes and all these things with the materialistic people. You will get immediately attracted. Don't have put your faith on the peacock feather. Oh, it's just the peacock feather. What will happen if I see? No, don't see that. You understand? You understand? Don't see that. If you see that, he will attract you. It's so attractive. So this is the beauty of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, that nobody could see. Nobody can see such a beauty. Earlier, Brahma saw as a cowherd boy, ordinary cowherd boy. But now he is able to appreciate each and every single decorative item of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna as a cowherd boy. अस्यापि देव वपुषौ मद अनुग्रहस्य स्वेच्छामयस्य न तु भूतमयस्य कोऽपि नेशे महित्वाम अवसितं मनसान्तरेण साक्षात् तवैव किम उतात्म सुखानुभूतेः आमार प्रति कृपामय भक्तेर इच्छानुसारे प्रकटित शुद्ध सत्वात्मक एई भवदीय नारायणाख्य विग्रहेर महिमा आमी जानिते समर्थ नाही किम वा अन्य समर्थ नाही. You see, this beautiful form of yours, he is telling as Swechhanurupa. You have assumed this form by your own desire. Why the Lord has assumed cowherd form? Some ask, why Krishna is in a cowherd form? Because Krishna means majesty should be there. Supreme Lord means majesty should be there. Should be very, royal. Like, in Dwaraka. But why did he take birth in the house of Nanda Maharaj? Why did he become son? Why did he become a cowherd boy? You see, cowherds have any value? Cows have. But cowherds is a cowherd, is a gwala. In India, if you don't study nicely, then you have to tender the cows. They chastise like this. Mother and father, they used to chastise me at least like this. I don't know other mothers and fathers how they chastise. But my father and mother, they used to chastise me. If you don't study nicely, then you will have to tender cows and buffaloes. Like that fellow. Means that fellow has no value. You will have no value if you don't study. But Krishna has assumed a form which has no value. What is this? Swechhanurupa. You have assumed this form by your own desire. Nobody is obligating you that no, you have to take this form, or you are conditioned because you have done past karma like this, you are getting this form as a cowherd boy, like we get, isn't it? We become a cowherd, we become a brahmana, we become a man or a woman or a sannyasi or an animal or a creature by our past karma. But swechhanurupam, you assume forms as per your desire. Sometimes you become Narsinga. Who has imagined? Even Brahma did not imagine that there could be any form, something like half man, half lion also. He never created any such being. And according to him it does not exist. Not possible for him. But Lord has accepted it. So your form Amar Prati Kripamai Bhakter Ichhanusare Prakatito. And also, what kind of Ichha, what kind of desire? It is the desire of the devotees. The devotees want to see you in this form, therefore you have assumed this form. So the Lord is subservient only to the devotees, not to others. A karmi, jnani, yogi, tapasvi, Lord is not subservient to any of these persons. Why? They don't want Krishna. They want to get liberated from this world. Or they want material enjoyments. They want to get, the planets of the higher demigods. Or they want to do some mundane pious activities. Why will God come? According to their desire. But devotees say, like, Sutapa and Prishni, they prayed to the Lord, my dear Lord, we want to have son like you. You want to have son like me? There is no one like me who can become your son. I have to become your son. He became the son. Swechhanurupam, the desire of the devotees want as son, okay, I'll become your son. The devotees say, we want you as friend, okay, I'll become your friend. The gopis say, we want you as our husband, I'll become your husband. Balaram says, no, you have controlled me enough in avatar as Lakshmana, I'll become your controller, you become my controller, I'll be subservient to you. So the Lord is assuming a form as per the desire of the devotees. Bhakti Richhanurup Pakatito Shuddha Sattvatmaka. And what kind of form is this? Shuddha Sattva, not a material form. The Lord's form is not material form like ours. Shuddha Sattva, transcendental goodness, not material Sattva. The goodness in the transcendental platform. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Vasudeva is Shuddha Sattva Tattva. He is the purified goodness, the supreme truth. So you come in the form of a cowherd, but this cowherd is not an ordinary cowherd. It is Shuddha Sattva. It is pure goodness. E Bhavadiyo Narayanakya Vigraher Mahima. This kind of your form as Narayana, or the root of all Narayanas, is this cowherd form. Because he could see that all the cows, the calves and the cowherd boys are expansions of Narayana only. He could see that, Brahma could see that. So where are they coming from? Krishna. All these Narayana forms, they are coming from Krishna only. So he is telling that even though you are Narayana, you have become a cowherd boy. You have assumed this form which is transcendental for the pleasure of the devotees, to fulfill the desire of the devotees. Therefore, say Vigraher Mahima Ami Janite Samarth Nahe. I cannot understand the glories of this form of you. Kimva Anne Samarth Nahe. And others are also not, eligible to comprehend this form of yours. The Lord has come in the form of a cowherd boy. Who will be eligible? Brahmaji is telling that I am not eligible to comprehend this form of you. And no others are eligible of doing so. Sutrang Swayang Rupa Atma Sukhanubhava Swarupa Avatari Apnar Mahima Chittavritti Nirodh Kariyau je ke hoi janite parenna taha bolai bahulya. If I cannot understand the glories of your lotus form, of your beautiful cowherd form, if I cannot understand, what to speak of those persons who think, oh, I will control my mind, I will control my sense organs and I will seek God. No need to say about them. I cannot understand doesn't mean for them also it is not possible. You understand? Brahmaji is telling that I am the creator. I am the one who has received Vedic knowledge from you. If I cannot comprehend your beautiful form as a cowherd boy, which you assume for the pleasure of the devotees, what to speak of those persons who have controlled their senses, who think that they have controlled their mind and now I can understand Krishna? Impossible, they cannot understand. Athava apnar বিরাট বিগ্রহের মহিমা চিত্তবৃত্তি নিরোধ করিয়াও কে হই জানিতে সমর্থ হয় না, সুতরাং আমার প্রতি কৃপাময়ী স্বেচ্ছা প্রকটিত তনু আত্মসুখানুভূত স্বরূপ স্বয়ং ভগবান এই আপনার মহিমা যে জানিতে পারিবেন না তাহাতে সন্দেহ কি? The Virata form means the universal form of Supreme Lord can also be not understood by those persons who have control over the sense organs. The universal form, ordinary universal form, even that cannot be understood by those persons who have control over the mind and the sense organs. Then what to speak of this form? When in Kurukshetra Arjuna saw this universal form, 1,000 heads, thousands of mouths, thousands of limbs, he saw this form. There is a universal form of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. But how many could see? He was doing it in front of a very big army, not one or two persons. Isn't it? In Kurukshetra, how many were there? I don't know how many. Countless. Countless persons were there. But how many could see this universal form of Supreme Lord? Why? Are there no persons who had no control over the sense organs, no control over the mind in that army, in the Kauravas or in the Pandavas? But they could not see. So even the universal form of you could not be understood by ordinary people or those who have control over the sense organs and the mind. Then this form of you, which you assume out of your mercy towards your devotees, switcha, by your own free will you assume this form in order to shower mercy on your devotees. If that universal form is not understood, how can an ordinary cowherd form be understood? Is it not ordinary? A cowherd form is a very ordinary form. He is not having any weapons or any gestures or symbols that indicate him to be Supreme Lord. They are all very quite normal or natural, very simple decorations on the body. If that universal form which exhibits which shows the opulence of the Lord, that cannot be understood, what to speak of this ordinary form of you as a cowherd boy, which you have assumed by your own desire in order to shower mercy on your devotees. So it is very difficult to understand this form of you. Nobody can comprehend this. যদি বলেন, হে ব্রহ্মণ, তুমি জগতের ঐশ্বর্যাধিপতি আর আমি বন্য গোপালকের পুত্র, তুমি পুরাতন, আমি কিন্তু বালক. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing the purport in a very, very sweet form. His purports are very, very sweet. He is telling, Krishna is telling, I offer my obeisances to you. If Krishna were to say in reply, Brahma, please listen to me. Tumi Jagater Aishwaryadhipati, you are the master of opulences. The entire universe belongs to you. You are the creator. You have so many opulences. Arami Banno Gopalker Putra, and I am a son of a cowherd boy. What is your status and what is my status? If Krishna were to tell this, Tumi Puratan, you are very old. Brahmaji is an old person, you are very old. And I took birth just now, 5 years. 5 years ago my birth took place. I took birth. Ami kintu balagam, just a small boy, infant in front of you. Tumi Vedata Tatparja Vigya Boliya Param Vidwan. O Sadachara Parayan, you have knowledge of the scriptures. You have knowledge of the Vedas. Therefore, your conduct, your duty, your behavior is so nice. You have got good conduct, good, how to respect, how to see, how to talk, how to walk. But I didn't go to school. I have no education. I'm a cowherd boy. You are a very educated person. You expect a very polished nature, you cultureless brute. You ignorant fool, uneducated, illiterate fellow, isn't it? In India, also in every country, you give this, chastisement, isn't it? You cultureless brute, you illiterate fellow. So, I am such an illiterate fellow who doesn't know how to behave when, what to behave. You are an educated person. You are educated in the knowledge of the Vedas. You have got all the knowledge of the Vedas. You have got a very nice culture. You have got a very good activities. Your deeds are nice. Arami Vatsacharak. I only know how to herd the cows. I don't know how to behave with people. I am not educated. I know only how to herd the cows. That's all. Boliya Jnana Shunya. Therefore, I am illiterate. Does a cowherd need any training in the school or a college or a university? No, he doesn't need anything. His father will say, just hold the stick and just shout. That's all. That is the training. That is the only training he needs, not more than that. So, I am illiterate fellow and you are educated in the Vedic scriptures. Smarta Acharer Gandhamatrau Najaniya Dandayaman Avasthai Brahman Kurite Kurite Dadimishrutan Bhojankari. He is telling that I don't know how to behave according to the scriptures. Okay, it is so sweet, I just can't stop it. He is telling, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling that it is prohibited to eat while standing. One should sit and eat according to the Vedic culture. These days everyone is going away from Vedic culture. Buffet system. Isn't it? Buffet system is there. You just serve your own plate and stand and eat. Animals do this. It is one Keshav Prabhu, Prabhupada's disciple, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada's disciple. One person came to him and he told, you Gaudiya people, don't do anything, only sit and eat, nothing you do. Then Keshav Prabhu replied, yes, because we are humans, we sit and eat. Animals stand and eat. This was the reply our Keshav Prabhu gave. Humans sit and eat. Those who are cultured, educated in Vedic knowledge, they sit and eat. So here Krishna is telling that I have, yogurt rice in my hand. He has not washed his hands, isn't it? He has not washed his hands. I have yogurt rice in my hands, and then while walking, I am eating. I am licking my fingers, I am eating while standing and walking. Such person is called uneducated fellow, according to scriptures. These days, cultured, of course. If you sit and eat, you are uncultured. You are uncivilized. You have not developed. You are 50 years, 60 years old generated person. If you sit and eat. But if you stand and eat, yes, very advanced person. Very advanced. Anyway, we will stop here. I can't stop, but I have to stop. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, if Krishna were to give this logics, that you are most educated, why are you offering obeisances to me? I have to in turn worship you. Then Brahma is telling in return. So, we will read tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. श्री जगन्नाथाष्टकम्। कदाचित् कालिन्दी तट विपिन संगीत तरलो मुदा भीरी नारी वदन कमलास्वाद मधुपः रमा शंभु ब्रह्मामरपति गणेशार्चित पदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलं नेत्रान्ते सहचरिकटाक्षं विदधते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। महाम्बोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रासादान्तः सहज बलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थः सकलसुरसेवावसरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। कृपापारावारः सजलजलदश्रेणिरुचिरो रमावाणी रामः सुरदमलपङ्केरुहमुख सुरेन्द्रैराराध्यः श्रुतिगणशिखागीतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। रथारूढो गच्छन् पथि मिलितभूदेव पटलैः स्तुतिप्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदम् उपाकरण्य सदयः दया सिन्धुर्बन्धुः सकलजगतां सिन्धुसुतया जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। परं ब्रह्मा पीडः कुवलयदलोत्फुल्लनयनो निवासी नीलाद्रौ निहितचरणो अनन्तशिरसि रसानन्दी राधा सरसवपुरालिङ्गनसुखो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। न वै याचे राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्यविभवं न याचे अहं रम्यां सकलजनकाम्यां वरवधूं सदा काले काले प्रमथपतिना गीतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। हरत्वं संसारं धृततरम् असारं सुरपते हरत्वं पापानां विततिम् अपरां यादवपते अहो दीने अनाथे निहितचरणो निश्चितम् इदं जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। जगन्नाथाष्टकं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः शुचि सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं स गच्छति। श्री चौराग्रगण्य पुरुषाष्टकम्। ब्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचौरं गोपाङ्गनानां च दुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चौरं नवाम्बुदश्यामलकान्तिचौरं पदाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। अकिञ्चनीकृत्य पदाश्रितं यः करोति भिक्षुं पथिगेहहीनं केनाप्यहो भीषणचौर इदृग् दृष्टः श्रितो वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यदीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारानपि पापराशीन् आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चोर इदृग् दृष्टः श्रितो वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च तथेन्द्रियाणि प्राणांश्च हृत्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे कुत्र धृतोऽद्य चौरा त्वं भक्तिदाम्नासि मया निरुद्ध क्षीणत्सि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं भिनत्सि भीमं भवपाशबन्धं छिनत्सि सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नैवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धं मन्मानसे तामसराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्ध लभस्व हे चौरहरे चिराय स्वचौर्यदोषोचितमेव दण्डम् कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धननिश्चलः त्वां कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशतान्तरे अपि सर्वस्वचौरा हृदयं न हि मोचयामि। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराध्यतम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट होम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री ब्रह्मस्तव की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम व्रत की जय। व्रत पालन करी भक्तवृंद की जय। जय समागत हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि।